Big up, good people, and welcome to your favorite sports show. It's your boy Kulegane Ntwana Selokshini, and welcome to Bread Boy Sports Show. So, good people, yesterday we were playing a game against Isekukune United, and it didn't end well. It really didn't end well. We wanted a win, but it ended up with the loss of Kaizer Chiefs 1 and Isekukune United 3. Bad news is that our unbeaten run is over, and our run with not conceding any goal is over. Yeah, it's a tough one. There's nothing to brag about, but I still have hope. One thing about it, Uguti, I'm not that sad. Uguti, we lost that game, but I think Uguti, I think if we can still pick up the pace, because we must remember at the end of the day, anything can still happen. Other team can lose, and we can find ourselves at the top of the table again. But then, yes, there were some mistakes that we can talk about in that game that we all saw. We were very struggling, especially at the back. And we're gonna talk about the players who I think were struggling in this game, at the back and in the midfield. There were a lot of struggle because we were losing a lot of possession whenever we have the ball on our feet. So the players that can speak about that I saw Uguti were really struggling in that game was Ignacio Miguel at the back. Miguel for me was not good. We have to speak about it, Buffett. Uguti, he has not been that good ever since season Khalil. We have seen Uguti, he has been getting yellow cards, and somehow he's going to get suspended, and somehow he's gonna get a red card. Because yes, some of the tackles that sometimes he makes are important tackles, but I think he can avoid making those tackles if he knows how to behave and know where to position himself. Because Ignacio Miguel is a number 5, but every time when you look at him, he will leave the striker of the opposite position alone. He should be tight on every defender on every striker that he plays against him. But we know Ignacio Miguel Uguti, he's ruthless, but this time we've not seen ruthlessness whenever it comes to strikers. He used to make sure Uguti he sticks to the strikers wherever they go, but now he has given freedom to every striker that we have played with this season, because we have seen many strikers run behind Miko, and whenever strikers run behind him, he struggles with pace to catch those strikers. And it happened today, Uguti. He was exposed in so many times that we saw him. Uguti, you can ask Uguti why he is even not controlling the defense. Why is he pushing the defense further than before? Because if you look at the goal that was scored by Ulo, the third goal by Umonare, Ignacio Miko was out of position. He was not supposed to be out of position. That's why we saw Frosla trying by all means to catch with Ulo Kunjan, with Ulo, Umorena, Umorena, but he was unable to catch up with him. So it was a very tough game for Kaizer Chiefs. And another player who I saw was struggling, it was in midfield to both of them. No. They were struggling, both of them. As you can see, even the average score Sabo, say so far score, it was not good. It was not that really good for performance for them. But we saw Undlovu, he was winning the ball for me. I thought he was winning the ball for me in a very good way. But then, whenever they have to progress the ball to the front line, they were misplacing on my passes. They were not that good in Asosong's cut, especially Umthetwa. He was the one for me. He was misplacing too many passes from in front line. To Asosong's cut, whenever they received the ball, they were supposed to make some passes. They were not. There were passes that they were supposed to make, and they did not make those passes. They were slow. But then in the second half, the changes that Unabi made a difference, especially corner in the midfield. We saw Taylor getting in. We saw Mduduzi Shabalala. Let me tell you, is an important player at Kaizer Chiefs. Nah, I think he is another important piece. Whenever we have to start the game, he has to start the game, because you saw whenever Umduduzi Shabalala came on the game, the changes that he made, he was that good. So I think Umduduzi Shabalala now is going to be an important piece as soon as with starting 11 to Kaizer Chiefs. I think when we have played more than 10 games, I will be able to see Uguti which is the strongest starting 11 for Kaizer Chiefs this season. For me, in this game, we need to drop Ignacio Miguel and put Ukwinika with Aiden McCarthy. Maybe they won't struggle the way Ignacio Miguel is struggling this season, because Ignacio Miguel, as a captain, he has to look at himself in the mirror and tell himself the truth. He has been making these mistakes and he has been getting away with them, but yesterday he was not getting away with them because we considered those goals because of him always out of position. He needs to fix those mistakes, but I'm not that mad enough. I'm not that mad. We are going to come back on another game. I think Uti, the next game that we are going to play, we are going to show up and we are going to show off. Uti, we deserve to be in that top of the table, and we hope the other team that we are competing with lose somehow. So good people, this is where I have to conclude this video. Thank you guys for always watching and supporting me, and you know what you have to do, because we are about to reach 800 subscribers. You know what you have to do, just smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'm very thankful very much. Danko Kosi.